Dukewheatly here with the first in a four-part series that's going to show you how to make your first page using tables with Kompozer. Now, Kompozer is a little bit unstable and has some quirky habits that will drive you nuts if you try making your first page with Kompozer. I've built a lot of sites, but I generally use first pages made with tables from other HTML editors, and then Kompozer does pretty well. But to show you how to work with tables, we're going to go ahead and construct a first page, and you'll see some of the reasons why you don't necessarily, unless maybe your operating system works real well with it, and maybe it won't do these things. But if it does, then you know that you're going to have to use like maybe one of the templates out of the selection that you get when you sign up for my newsletter. But anyway, first thing you'll want to do is create a folder for my first site, and in that we're going to have an image folder, and within that we've done a header out with GIMP and my massive graph pack collection, and I bought four saucers actually from iStock Photo. The small sizes are like a couple of bucks or something, so it's fairly cheap. And the fourth one I kept out because I'm going to show you a neat little trick with Kompozer using layers later on. So let's back out of here and let's open up Kompozer, and let's hit F9 and eliminate our little site manager here, so give us a little more room for our edit area. And we can title this right now if we'd like, or we're going to go ahead and make our table that's going to hold all of our goodies. Then we'll go ahead and title it and save it in our My First Site folder. So without further ado, let's insert a table. And let's make it 1. Now let's right click in this table and go down to Table Cell Properties, and this is going to be the envelope that holds all of our other tables, and it's going to set our first page so that regardless of what browser people open us up in, it's going to be 800 pixels wide, or 750 if you'd like. But 800 will pretty well cover any eventuality that you need to put in there. So Kompozer opens up by default as cells, and we want tables, so you always got to remember to hit table. And for the width, we're going to want 800, and that's pixels. We want a border of, let's say, 2. We can change it later if we'd like. Spacing of 0, because we don't want, we're going to put other tables inside, and we want them to butt up exactly to the outside of this envelope here. And we want 0 for padding. That would have to do with like text and stuff that we put in. And let's make the table alignment center. And the background color, we're going to make that one white, and then all the other tables we'll just let it the color bleed through. So we picked white, and let's hit OK, and now let's hit apply, and you can see, and hit OK, and you can see that this is our first table. We're going to put 3 rows in here, and the center row is going to have a navigation area and then a body area. But right now, let's go ahead and we can go up to Format and Page Title and Properties, and we could put our title in here if we'd like, or we can also go into the source view, and let's go to title. Now we're going to save this file as index, because you're going to, in every folder for a website, you're going to need an index. That's the file that browsers go to by default. But we're going to, for the title, it's going to show up here, and you'd be surprised how many people will go ahead and publish their website with untitled in there because they forgot to put a title in. So here we are in titles, and let's put home of Alien Alleyway. This is going to be our little newsletter. Alleyway. And now let's go to design, and we see that home of Alien Alleyway, we have a title up there now, and we have this little red icon here that shows we haven't saved this. So let's hit Control S, and now we're going to navigate to, let's see here, we want this one, and we want My First Site. And let's go ahead and open that up, and we're going to save this. We don't have to put HTML because that's what it's going to save it as, and the file name, we are going to want index for this particular one. So let's put index in here, all lowercase, and save it. And now we've got it saved in our folder so that we won't have any broken links when we go ahead and publish this. We want all of our other folders to be in My First Site folder. And that pretty well concludes our first video. We look forward to seeing you in the second one, where we start filling this up with other tables and doing a little bit of manipulating here. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in video 2.